Hi, this is Safiyullah, and today I will be showing you proof of work for the level 5 assessment for web design. I know last semester when I turned in level 2 and 3, or actually all three levels to be exact, so when I turned in all three level 1, 2, and 3, you couldn't open the files because when they were zipped, something probably happened, so you couldn't actually open the file, and I had to send in photos and try to screen share, and that didn't work. So what I'm doing this time is, because since it's the last day of the semester and I probably don't have much time left to sit here and rework stuff, I'm just gonna make a video of a work proof. And if you actually make this video full screen, it'll be as clear as possible. I'm trying to make it at least HD, so when I show you the code and I show you the website, you shouldn't have a problem reading the code. If you ever need to, I'm just gonna quickly not zoom over the code, but I'm gonna go over the code maybe a little bit more quickly than you could probably read it. If you ever need to, you could just pause the video and read over the code and make sure everything is correct and grade it accordingly. So I already went to web design. I already did the level 5 and level 5B. I I copied the files, I put them into level assessment underscore 5 with my name. So I'm just gonna click on this one. When you click on this, obviously when I send it in, it's gonna be zipped. And you unzip it, when you click on it, it's gonna go to this. Obviously, okay, open. Okay, so first we're gonna go to index.html, and this right here, index copy, it just made a random copy of the same file or something, I believe. So I'm just gonna go to index.html. First I'm gonna open it in code, so go to text edit. Obviously I'm on a Mac, so I don't have notepad, I use text edit. And what you will notice in the code is certain places in the lesson where it said, put apostrophes here, or apostrophes there, or certain things aren't exactly the same as they look in the lesson. That's because on Mac, some of the coding files are a bit different. And basically, if you put, for example, if you put apostrophes here and stuff, apostrophes on Mac text edit actually renders that part of the code useless. So what it does is, it either renders it useless or it reverses it, and I didn't want that to happen. I actually tested it. I put apostrophes. I went to the page. I um I tested it. Didn't work at all. So I had to remove the apostrophes. Then it started working. Some of the places, I believe here, in the code, there was actually space right here and space right here. That also rendered it useless. I had to go to the W3 website and check how the CSS coding worked for Mac, and I did that accordingly. I changed things accordingly based on the W3 instructions. So obviously, if you need any extra time to look over this code, you can pause the screen right now. um, I hope it's clear enough to read. If there's any mistakes, obviously probably grade some points off. But moving on to the rest of the code, that was index.html. Now this will be portfolio1.css. This was the first external style sheet. When you open this, if you can open it, when you open it, it won't immediately say open with, text editor or notepad. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna click other, scroll down to text edit, click open, and then it goes to this. This is the first external style sheet. It has the H1, the open curly brace, the text align, color, font family, closing, the whole thing. Again, if you need some more time to look over it, you can pause the video. Now we have portfolio2.css, which is going to be the same, not same thing, I'm sorry. Portfolio2.css is going to be the second external style sheet which I made, which isn't really used within the main index.html page because obviously it was just for testing. Even the lesson said it was just for testing, and then you kind of delete it out. You delete the link out. Here it has the same thing as portfolio1.css, except that it has a few things changed here and there. It has, some of the font family is different, the background colors are different. It was just for testing. And that's pretty much it for index.html. Now I will open it and show you in the web browser, show you that it works properly, because obviously sometimes, it works perfectly in code, but it doesn't work properly. I already had both pages open of my web portfolio and bolding, so this is the page. I obviously changed from, I think, level 3. I changed the font of these to make it because I think I was using Verdana before, but then I realized when I switched the font to whatever it currently is on right now, I think it's Arial, the font actually became a bit more bigger and clearer, which I think is better for visitors to the website. If a person's visiting the website, I think it's better that they have a more clear font. So I changed the font to something more clear. Here's a street skateboarding. The link works perfectly fine. If I click on types of skateboarding, the link works perfectly fine. Click on street skateboarding, works fine. Vert skateboarding works fine. Home works fine, and the link works from home also. So that's the first website. Everything, at least from what I checked, everything looks perfectly fine to me. It looks the same as level 3, as aside from the font used. Now moving on towards level 3B, in the rubric instructions, I only needed one CSS external style sheet, and the page actually doesn't have much, so it's just one image and the index.html, so this one will be a bit shorter. Index.html, open it with text edit. This thing is taking forever to open, sorry. Okay, it doesn't want to open. Oh, here we go. When you open this, now the level 3B didn't have too much. It wasn't that complicated of a page because it didn't have too much on it. It was just a heading, like 2 lines of text and one picture. So it's obviously much more simple. So um, I have the HTML head title, the link to the level 5b.css page, and everything. Again, pause the video if you need to read the code. And then we have a level 5b CSS, which is the external style sheet for the level 3b index.html page. I will show you right about now as to how that works. And here we go. It is I have H1, just one heading, and then the simple body, background color, font family, everything. Again, level 5b or level 3b wasn't such a complicated website, so level 5b is obviously not going to be complicated because it's just a rework of the same website. So yeah, that's about it for the coding. I will show you in Safari now to show you that it works. Here we have it working perfectly fine. It looks the same as level 3b, even though everything's been erased from the index.html and placed into the external style sheet. Everything looks the same. The heading is the same, pictures the same, text, everything is formatted the same. Same thing with this one actually. Nothing has changed. Everything looks the same, even though everything's been erased. So that's about it for my level 3 and level 3b website project. Hopefully I did everything right. Obviously, certain parts in the code, if you look, as I mentioned in the beginning, certain parts, there's going to be spaces that are there or that aren't there that are supposed to be there. Apostrophes missing, certain things missing. That's because in Mac things are obviously different, and I had to go to the W3 website and read the official rules on CSS for Mac, and that's kind of the rules that came up, so I had to use those instead to make sure it worked properly. So that is about it, and I will see you later for level 6 later on today.